I can't wait until hardware starts going up in like when people can actually start getting some good hardware because of those damn scalpers. We don't have good like the latest stuff because there's a lot of inexpensive the like the 3000 series from Nvidia, which has a lot of power, and this stuff would be not a big deal. Unfortunately, they're not available. They got all bought up by those guys, the scalper guys. It really sucks. Yeah, I was really happy with it too, and I was having a good time lighting up Earl too because the I was because of the lights inside of Regrets, you can make it feel like it's a it's an office space with the halogen lights, and it was like, yeah, that's kind of what travel agencies kind of feel sometimes. You really feel that halogen light. It's like don't wear a bathing suit when you're in there because it's gonna look bad, no matter who you are. Yeah, it's really hard to get a good GPU these days, and there's really nasty group out there that are just making money off of that. It's really too bad because I don't think they realize that as a result of their actions, game developers are also not able to do certain things, which means they no longer have games to play with the stockpile of GPUs that they have. I don't think they've realized they're hurting themselves by doing that. And yeah, sure, they're making money, but oh my goodness, what cost? Anyways, so all right, so it's been over an hour, so let's see what this feels like, even though we're having like the weird glow in his chest, which is really cool. So let's see this room. Yeah, this doesn't make sense, but it'll work. Boop. And I'm sure 99 healing potions is going to figure out a way to jump in a way that goes through the window. I don't know, somehow. Or like I'm pretty sure I can get onto that ledge. But anyways, so we need to start thinking about this. We need to start building a layout. Actually, what I could do is I'm going to save this, and I'm going to show you one of the little tests that I did recently. So I'm going to do save all. So it's just going to save all the stuff that I have that's been modified. So there was only 3 little files that were modified, saved. So I'm going to go to the maps, and I'm going to go to the one that I was working on called Cozy Cafe 01. Okay. And now this is kind of like I'm just trying stuff out, see what it feels like. I also replaced the character with a stand-in of Domino with the orange suit. This is one of those textures that I had off to the side that I really wanted to use because it looks really cool, but and unfortunately she looks too much like a Rebel X-Wing fighter, so I couldn't use it. But this is the original color that I wanted to do for Domino in her suit. And anyways, I like the one that we have. Don't get me wrong, it's very classy, and it should tie in nicely to the actual RCNP headquarters, which is all like white pillars and everything's very Bjork friendly. Anyways, moving on. Oh yeah, boop the nose. Let's see. Let's get some lighting in here. And she can get close without going into her face, I think. That's it. So this one doesn't have fur like the way we used to. Oh, by the way, her RCMP lights are lighting up the wall through Lumen. I don't actually have to create lights for it. You can go disco with her. Actually, there's a. I'll do this real quick. I was having fun with Lumen. This is like you can see here, the snapping is terrible, and I want to have an upstairs. So we have our maybe we might have basically an area down below for our cafe with a second floor that you can actually see the indoors. And this is going to be like this is like temporary, just what we call gray boxing for a fireplace. And there might be some records here, some that you can go up to it and click and change the music. But the upstairs is I'm going to put a wall there, so you can't really go into the second floor until we actually build it. Yes, absolutely. That is core to the experience. So, like for example, this box over here represents an actual seat. When you're going to walk up to it, you can press a button, and you can sit down, and it will have a camera predefined in a, like, basically imagine a dialogue system, but the dialogue system is giving you a choice of camera views, and then when you press it, it allows you to see out the window type of thing, or maybe look inside the cafe and just watch the cafe, and then you just leave this on in the background, and you can play, or because this is a lo-fi game, right? The idea is to have it in the background doing, and you can go and do other things afterwards, not play but work on something and study or whatever. Like a shadow box mode. Yeah. So the idea here is that the lo-fi game is a place where you can navigate around, and there will be characters like Domino here. It's going to be a cat cafe, so it's on the planet. It's going to be in the city of Cat's Meow on Phelanix 2, and it's a space cat planet basically, and so everybody here is going to be mostly cats or anything that's the correct size. And there, you walk in here, you're going to see other cats chilling, relaxing, and there's going to be good music, lo-fi music, and then you're going to be able to go up to something like over here, where there's going to be like a record player and a whole bunch of records, and then you can click on it and just select a different song to play if you don't like the one that's playing, and then you can change the music. I might be able to do stuff like daily events where you go to the barista and there's maybe somebody sitting here type of thing who's a random daily visitor, and then you can chat with the barista, watch them make a coffee, or because I love that kind of stuff. An upgraded version of Kind Words. Oh, I don't know that one, but basically the idea is I want to make a more of a game into the lo-fi world, and make it so that it's an app that when you leave it in the background, it's optimal. Like one of the things that really bugs me about lo-fi in general with YouTube is that, one, you're still streaming, even if it's buffering a lot of it, you're still using your internet for that. And the other one is that it's got a crappy chat because it's the YouTube chat. So because this will be an actual game, we'll be able to have like the Discord overlay on top. I don't know if you got to see that before. Yeah, it's kind of like Brewster's Cafe, but with actual things to do. Let's be honest. I love Brewster's Cafe and I love Animal Crossing, but what you can actually do in Brewster's Cafe is kind of limited. There's not much you can do. So here it's kind of like combining. I'm trying to make a place that's cozy-ish, because here right now it just looks like boxes. It's not really exciting, but these will be like chairs, and I'm gonna put some carpets on the floor and some, we've got time to make this interesting. And once we have a good layout, this is just a first stab that I made, and just to get the feel of what it would be like to actually walk around in a space like this, and we can change it. Also, you can't run too much. This is this is Domino running. It's really funny. And then you've got her jump has been simplified too. I've made it so you can't jump too high. I know somebody in the chat's not going to be too happy about that, but you can still mess around if you want to. And cafe skins. So here's the thing: the actual character that you walk around with will be customizable. You'll have different types of cats that you can pick from, and I know that there's games out there that have customizable cats, like ears and things like that, and nose and placement and eye color, and we're gonna have a few of those things. But more importantly, you're gonna have hats, lots of hats that you can put on your avatar, and clothing. Hopefully, for now, clothing is going to be the thing that's not going to be. There's not going to be too much of it. It's going to be like space clothes, but like the stuff that you saw at the Jelly Shore a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 sets of clothes to pick from, with customizable options like for color. But for the most part, I'm going to be putting a lot of work into hats, because that you have such, like, look at the size of the head compared to what it used to be. Now it's like bang for the buck. If I make a hat, you're going to see it. These chibi heads are perfect for hats, so we're gonna have some fun with that. And then you're gonna be able to customize some other things in the character, and then the actual cafe itself. For the first offering, I'm going to keep it to just one cafe, And then later on, we'll have it so that I can put different. Like I want to have it so that the one cafe has decorations. Decorations will be seasonal. So when it's Christmas or the holidays, you'll have like Christmas trees and you're gonna have some um, all kinds of decorations like that we can put. Halloween will be fun to have this decorated. So I'd rather have decorations than have multiple versions of the cafe itself. Also, there's kind of a nice feel of being in the same cafe because you get used to the place and it starts to feel, well, cozy. It starts to feel, familiar. Yeah, I really hope. Yeah, what the idea here is that there's a lot of potential of what this could be, and it'll be fun because this could be something that you just leave in the background. Like you could have the game running in the background. I've been working on making like I figured out how to get audio to keep playing even if a game has been minimized, so that way your music still keeps going. And with the Discord overlay, that's not something I even need to do. It's built into Discord. You'll have your chat overlaid on top of your game because it's an independent game or application, really. That is an amazing thing about Discord. So they already did the whole chat system, and I don't have to worry about having people log into their account through the game. I don't want to deal with all the security issues and all that stuff. I'm letting Discord's independent app deal with that, and you'll have the game with a Discord chat. I mean, what else? You couldn't ask for something better. That's a great combo. So the potential for a lo-fi game could be a lot of fun, and it's going. If at first it seems simple, like you've got music in the background, and you sit down and you see a pretty thing, and it loops, and then you leave it in the background for the rest of the day to allow you to get into that focus zone while you're doing stuff. But then we can have some fun inside the actual game components of the lo-fi. Like just this alone already, even though it's like boxes, it feels like there's these boxes make me feel like in Animal Crossing when someone moves in, they have everything in boxes. It's kind of what this feels like. So it's like the potential here, like of getting stuff into this, like this is going to be like I thought this would be a nice shelf with a lot of books and things. And then I'm probably going to replace this stuff with like the pinball machine type of thing in the corner, where you can go up to the pinball machine and just and have a sub mode where you're playing a pinball game. And I make it a basic one, like a very simple physics pinball machine. And even though I just said the word simple physics game, I know that's already, I'm going to regret saying that, but it's in the case of like pachinko, for example, it's not hard to do pachinko. And pinball, being careful, I think I can keep it simple, and we'll have like a space boat pinball machine in the corner type of thing. So could be a lot of stuff. There's all kinds of little mini games that we can have in here that could be fun. There's one machine that tells you the future. Like those cheesy cafe places or pubs where they have like the thing that tells your future. We can have machines like that easily enough. And then we can have little things like that are events, like hourly events, like, hey, did you drink your water type of stuff, which is actually something that I kind of need every once in a while because I forget to drink. And that's not good. Or little stretches, like for example, like I have a moment where it goes like all the cats come out that are in the game. They kind of get up and they start stretching type of thing, and then it's for you to get up and stretch what you're for you to stretch at the right time. And it's just little reminders like that. Like, and you can set the intervals for when you want those reminders to happen. Stuff like that, really simple, could be a lot of fun to have this kind of an area. And this is where you can actually meet characters. Like we have the system built for Spaceboat, although right now I know that there's a couple bugs that you found which make it so that you can actually leave the conversation and leave it locked out. But I'll fix those things. But at the base, we do have a dialogue system that we can use, so we'll be able to even chat with a couple people. And we won't have any missions or anything, but you can get to know some of the characters that I already have planned for Spaceboat in here. And it could be, I think this has a lot of potential. So hopefully I can do a quick first pass of it, make it available for everybody through Steam, and with some codes. and that people can start trying out early versions of it, because it's just, once I have the core where you can play music and just walk up to something and have like little places to sit down that has some nice views of something that doesn't look like boxes. Once that's there, I'll put it in people's hands just to try it out and see how their day goes, just to find out if this little experiment actually works. Actually, here's a little fun thing. I have this little room. It's my Lumen Room. This is where I've been testing if Domino can disco. Even her eyes start glowing a little bit at certain distances. So, anyways, it's a little silly thing I put in here because I just wanted to test these lumen lights. It's just my brain hurts thinking about how they actually pulled this off with the current hardware. But now I can't get back in. But anyways, the idea is the cafe itself. I think like eventually in the game, I would like it to be able to leave the cafe and go to other places, maybe sit in the park type of thing and listen to music and stuff like that. But for the initial offering, I think a little window and some good music and the ability to walk around and get kind of like a nice atmosphere that gets you in the good mood. I think that's something that not a lot of games can do right now. Yeah. So then upstairs is where I think we have a lot of potential, because we can have little rooms that are specific to so some things that could be useful for people to relax. I think the guided meditation would be a great one, actually. So that could be interesting. Who knows? Maybe I could put in a room that's for yoga. It's like it does yoga poses and you follow along at home. And so we could have some fun with that. An interdimensional portal. Actually, what I was thinking of doing is just for fun is putting an arcade machine like over here or something, which actually plays the Spaceboat demo. that'd be weird. It's like in this universe, like make a meta universe where this is the real universe and Spaceboat is kind of like this TV show or video game that they have over there. And then you can go play Domino, who's this actress who plays the role of Domino. Anyways, it could be so weird. We could flip this around so that this is the actual real universe, and then the Spaceboat is the fantasy universe. We can have fun with this, basically. So, and I really hope we can start building this as a community. That is a key thing. Once I have like the basics of it down. And there's another thing too that I'm working on that I haven't mentioned. I'm working on seeing what kind of rendering I can do. I might, like the Lumen is like the stuff for Lumen and stuff like that. I might not be able to do that for, like, imagine someone has a computer that doesn't have even a GPU, like they don't have a video card, and they just want to use our app to play music in the background while they work in some place. I either have to have an alternate version of it that is low specs, or what I can do is I can use some of the techniques from Unreal for rendering and combine that to make, and this is something, no promises, but I'm working on basically a toon shader to maybe make this game more toon-like, to make it feel more like it's pencil drawn in, and without losing the details that we have on our characters, because there's some nice details here that you don't see in a lot of games, so we don't want to lose any of that. But I'm working on it. We'll see what we can come up with. I'm experimenting right now, so I'm trying to do as much as I can before I put out a version that people can try out, and we'll see what comments come back, and we'll see what people think. So yeah, I think I'll stop the stream there. I was gonna go over how to create assets, but I think that because I was gonna just create a couple of quick assets and bring them into this map, but I think we'll do that next time. Make assets, yes. I'll make it for the next video. We're going to possibly well, it's an hour and a half now, so we don't want to go too long. So what we're also thinking of doing is, instead of having just the one on Friday, like the one stream on Friday, we're probably going to do 2 streams a week, so we can you can see more progress as we go. Yeah, we could have a lot of fun with this. The universe is very flexible, and it's a lot of I got a ton of stuff that we can work with, and we can have fun with this. Absolutely, nothing's set in stone, so we can have some fun. Yeah, it could be interesting. Actually, there is a crisis in the universe. I don't know if you noticed it in what do you call it in the demo. There's a sign that says no cats, and you're also hiding the fact that you're a cat because you're in the mule, and we don't really talk about it too much. But just a small note without too much of a spoiler or anything like that. See, cats, the space cats did something, and people don't like them. So they and so here's another thing. Like they've done something that that caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. And I won't go into details as to what they did exactly, but just know that Space Chuck's Lo-Fi Cafe, you're going to notice that when the actual logo comes out, you're going to be like, "Huh, I thought it was a beaver," but it's going to be different. It's going to be a cat, and there might be a reason why they had to rebrand in the rest of the universe because people don't like cats for a reason. Yeah, they do. Yeah, so they might be related to something like that. Who knows? So yeah, anyways, there's a whole story with the cats, the space cats, and Space Chucks. For when the game is out, will have a logo that is very much a cat. Space Chuck is a lumber cat. It's a cat that likes to chop wood and stuff like that, and builds furniture. That's why in Space Chucks, even though they changed their logo to a beaver, and there's all this wooden stuff in Space Trucks in the demo. But it's actually it's a lumber cat. They like to cut trees and build things out of logs. So actually, the decor here will still have a lot of woodsy kind of like there's going to be a lot of organic stuff like in this place, and I think that helps to make a cozy environment too. So it'll be nice to have things made of wood and so on, and some plants. I'll definitely have some plants in here with some nice soft lights. So you can just kind of chill out here. So it all comes together. I think in the end, it's all going to come together nicely. All right, so I guess that's where we're going to cut the stream. And thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. We hope to have another one next Friday at the same time. But we'll announce if there's one in between here and next week, so that we can start having 2 per week. So stay tuned for that. All right, so I guess I will stop the video here. All right, thanks everybody.